Hey I get real tired of beating a horse to death about major companies just firing people. That's the age we're in, where apparently anything to do with entertainment, so like esports, game development companies, game journalist companies, hell, even movie companies are just going through this phase of mass layoffs. But I mean, I don't even know what the fuck the Escape. I think the Escapist is a journalistic outlet for gaming, but news and opinion about video games, television, movies, and the internet. Okay, so now that's really all I need to know. So this article was originally published on 11/7 and republished on November 8th. When people ask me how to get into game journalism these days, my main piece of advice is don't. I don't. Look, the problem is most people in these things are like it's ideologues. So everything's ideological. You can't have your own opinion. To my knowledge, you have to say certain things. Otherwise, you're sort of either blacklisted or forced out. Well, not like by force, but you know, things will be in place to ensure you never get to say like I don't. There are rarely journalistic outlets that you know are good. I mean, they're ones that are knowledgeable, but anyway, I'm really not kidding. As while I am privileged to be where I am, it's an almost impossible path to walk given the state of the industry and the instability found within. Yep. So everybody already knew. Case in point, a wild scene unfolded last night. Excuse me. As longtime gaming sites, the Escapist fired some of its team members, including EIC Nick Calendra, for reportedly not meeting goals set by its parent company, Game War. Game War. No idea. That just sounds like some company to company bullshit that the consumer never hears. So whatever. Oh hey, they even have the tweet. Am I recording or streaming? I keep needing to see. I was fired from the Escapist today. I have declined my severance pay and will not be signing an NDA. So my man's letting the demons out, right? This is usually what they do when they fire you under pretenses. Fuck. Nope. Pretenses that they know you don't like or people won't really understand. So they're like, here, take your money, sign the NDA, shut the fuck up. It's what happened to Amy Henning at Naughty Dog whenever she was let go. But, I mean, again, people have their reservations about Naughty Dog, at least the direction they were going, and as of to why she was let go. But anyway, this is pretty much what they'll do. They'll give you shut up money. They'll have you sign an NDA, and that's usually how it goes. I'm incredibly proud of everything my team and I achieved over the last 4 years, and the community that we built together. Figuring out next steps now and moving forward. I was let go for not achieving goals. That were never properly set out for us, and lack of understanding of our audience and the team that built the audience. Now, I kind of understand this. I don't know if. Oh my fucking god, will you stop? I don't know if the Escapists in particular had this issue again. You get so many goofy ass arguments or articles from these media sites that after a while they also just run together. But I do believe the lack of understanding of our audience, and because most journalistic outlets have this problem, right? They want to craft the narrative, not tell you anything, you know? I watched my colleagues let go for the same reasons, and today was my day. So my man's just sitting there like, well, my time has come. I best be fucking off, replies. Okay, hopefully this doesn't fucking blast me. Oh yeah, I was locked out of my email while I was being fired, lol. So if you want to get in touch with me, stay in touch. My email is, I don't care about all that. Again, don't go after this guy. I'm sure, I mean, to the whole 5 people that's probably going to watch this, it goes without saying, don't contact him, don't do anything. Whatever. I guess Escapist is over again. You did a great job. I mean, I don't really much care about all of that. I wanted to see the comments to this article. After Calendro was fired, Escapist staff members, contributors, and producers all took to Twitter to announce they were also leaving the site, with many of them indicating they would be working on some new projects with Calendro directly. My advice, if you're going to redo the whole journalistic thing, actually listen to the consumers. Actually listen to gamers and tell people the facts. Don't try to peddle narratives and try to, shove ideology down people's throats, because I'm pretty sure this is probably why they did this. They just didn't want. That's probably why you were let go. Allegedly, I don't know, but I'm just looking at the state of all other companies, organizations, institutions. And I'm just drawing a stark conclusion that's probably why people just do not tune into these things. People are more willing to watch YouTube or, YouTube pretty much for any of their news and entertainment. Just YouTubers and all that, independent sources other than, bloated multi-million dollar company organizations and stuff, yeah. The departure and firing essentially cleaned out the entirety of the Escapist video department, including most significantly at all the departure of Yahtzee Croshaw, the voice of Zero Punctuation. Don't know what the hell that is. One of the oldest and most famous game criticism video series. I do know what that is. Never watched any of his video series. And one I grew up watching long before I started doing this for a living. Croshaw resigned, but he does not own the rights to Zero Punctuation himself. Yeah, again, he probably signed, a corporate, thing, signed what's the fucking word I'm looking for? Signed a contract that pretty much said, oh, you don't really own the site, you're just sort of there. Most esports do this, and you get situations where the founders of esports aren't really in command anymore, they have no jurisdiction over the esport itself because they sell them off via contracts to big publications. I think Machinima is the biggest thing, and they're not an esport, but they're sort of this similar idea where many channels, many videos that were put on the Machinima YouTube site, are apparently gone. Then people want those videos back because they were good videos, but then Machinima went under, and now those videos are pretty much in the toilet. Branding. who it's obvious and branding can't survive without him, even if the Escapist retains it. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know who this guy is, but I'm pretty sure he was effectively the face of Zero Punctuation. Today I formally resigned from the Escapist and Game Wars. I think it's just gamers. I'm just emphasizing the you. I don't have the rights to Zero Punctuation, but whatever helps, you'll be hearing my voice again soon in a new place. Join this Discord for updates in the coming days. So, yeah, pretty much what I just said. They signed off to a multi-billion-dollar company that did not, corporatize the whole situation and all that. By all accounts, Colindra was a great EIC. Don't know. And clearly inspired a lot of loyalty in those working for him, giving the event of last night. Gamers feels like yet another company trying to squeeze blood from a stone, with likely unreasonable growth targets in an industry where large increases are more or less impossible. Yeah, again, I'm going to keep bringing up esports. Like, you lose money. Like, what's the product? Well, the product's entertainment. If you can't, then you just lose. Especially if they think growth automatically equals revenue, like net revenue, and that's just not the case with these companies. Because again, the product is entertainment. You're losing money. And you might get a couple of money back down the road with like sponsors or ads selling merchandise, but you don't really know this. And something may be growing one year, but that doesn't exactly equal wealth, which is more or less possible. The video section pivoted from native videos to mostly YouTube. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much. Well, like, I used to have videos on their site. I did know this. Most journalistic outlets did this, but then they're like, oh, hey, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. These sites have the biggest following, so let's just put that shit on that. Which can gain more views, but produce less revenue. But clearly the entire endeavor ended up backfiring, and now the Escapist does not have a video department at all, it seems. So they pretty much canned the whole fucking thing. I'm probably not going to read all of this. But yeah, I mean, my point is I'm not surprised the Escapist went under. This is just the trend. Not going to beat a dead horse. But let's look at some of the comments. What is this? Comments. Ugh. Gooby Dooby. November 7th. My guess is that the site will undergo massive restructuring and come out of this being a mostly worthless content farm that pumps out AI-assisted articles. Not to discredit the writers still working at the Escapist, but there's no universe where it survives as it currently exists without, Yahtzee. Yahtzee, let alone all the other talented people making videos for them. Sorry, that's where making videos, that were making videos for them. Oof. Throwing a bit of shade. But yeah, I don't think I think the site's just gonna get kaput. And I do believe, they might have an AI assisted article place, but it's not gonna be the Escapist. Again, so many game journalist corporations have garnered bad sympathy with the consumers, and it's just the name alone. If people see the name, they're like, oh, don't care, not gonna read it. There's more don't care. The Destroy Your Own Company any percent speedrun category is just packed with strong competitors this year. A fucking men, White Taker 47. A fucking men. This is what I've always been talking about. Yes. The speedrunning to destroying your company. Yes. I said this in so many fucking videos. But my man put my ideas to words. You know, sometimes I speak faster than my brain can comprehend, but my man just put everything I'm talking about to words. I might start using that. BJ. Fuck. Thank you for referring to it as Twitter. Got him. I'll go through a couple more of these. Gamer website no longer lists the Escapist as a brand, so guessing they knew it was how it would be. Yeah, I believe that. Usually, even if it goes down, they at least still have it listed. No, they're flushing their ass. They're wiping their ass with the whole outlet, journalistic outlet. Second one did a live stream this morning explaining the state of the team. The exodus was unplanned, but because the entire team left at once, they were able to put their heads together and create a new brand. The current mission is to return to business as usual and expand from there. Yeah, again, is this going to be a whole paragraph? Fuck. Devardware and Nick Calandra and Yahtzee explains everything is available on the Second Wind YouTube. Yeah. Well, that's all I gotta say about this. I'm not surprised. You know, most companies are now, to do with entertainment, is now going down this exact same path. And though it's sad, though there's some that kind of deserve it, I mean, again, my whole thing with journalistic outlets was for the information, like they would inform you, but there's also certain situations with certain companies, like Obsidian, the company that made New Vegas, like they didn't get their bonus because I don't know which games journalist outlet it was, but it didn't give them the rating they wanted, and they didn't get their bonus, and I still think New Vegas is probably one of the best Fallout games. Well, games, period. But one of the best Fallout games they have. And it's a shame. And Obsidian made that game with less resources, less time. Pretty much all the worst part about the game was everything that Bethesda handed them. They're like, oh, hey, here, put this in there. Oh, yeah, put this in there, too. Oh, yeah, and you also need this. And they're like, okay, and I guess the engine, but, and again, that's also my point. I mean, that was where they pivoted from information, from peddling information to peddling ideology. And it's like, I don't know. That's my dog in the background. But, well, that's all I gotta say about this. See ya.